Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a close call for some students in Brewer on their bus ride home from school today. A driver who witnesses say was distracted rear-ended their bus. It happened east of the intersection of Day Road and North Main Street just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police say a car rear-ended that school bus. They say there were no injuries and the accident was fairly minor. One sixth grader says she was about to get off the bus, though, when the crash happened.
When I stood up, we all just heard this loud crunch, and it sent me flying right back into my seat. And we all looked back to see a car under the bus, and we didn't know what was going on.
Kylie says her parents saw the driver, who appeared to be a teenager, doing something in his car, and that another student in the back of the bus saw the driver on his phone. Police say they are still investigating that crash. A fight between two brothers over a T-shirt escalated to a triple shooting and the death of a toddler in Wells. A look at court documents explains more about what happened in the moments before shots were fired. Brad Rogers has the story.
The suspect, Andrew Huber Young, will appear in court tomorrow morning, but tonight court documents reveal that Huber Young drove here to the Wells police station and confessed after the shooting. According to court documents, Andrew Huber Young confessed to the shooting. The documents show after the shooting, Huber Young went to the Wells police station, picked up the lobby phone, and told a dispatcher, "I accidentally shot my expletive family." It happened around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon at this home in Wells. According to court papers, Huber Young told police he got angry when his brother put on a T-shirt of his, then changed into another shirt of his. Then, while at the Sea Dogs game with his girlfriend, Andrew says his brother destroyed his hamster cage. It was shortly after 4 when the suspect's brother told police he was holding Octavia when he saw Andrew at the door with a gun. A neighbor told us she heard multiple shots and a woman screaming. Octavia, her father, and grandfather were all shot. The little girl was rushed to Maine Medical Center, but did not survive the gunshot wound to her chest.
She would always, when she would want my attention, she would always grab my finger and bring me to her room and play with her. And she would always love to go outside, play on her swing set.
Samantha Higgins is Octavia's mother. She says her daughter was playful and full of life.
All that I know that she was full of life and that she always loved to smile and play. And she always wanted to be just like her older sister.
Huber Young told police he stole a .22 caliber handgun from his father and had it in his car. He told police he has an anger control problem, but he didn't intend to kill his brother, claiming he just wanted his respect. Prior to this, Andrew Huber Young had no criminal record. He's now charged with the murder of his niece. If convicted, he will serve no less than 25 years in prison.
And that was Brad Rogers reporting. The Fairfield police are investigating an early morning robbery at a Circle K on Norridge Walk Road. Police say at about 3:40 a.m. Sunday, employees from the Circle K at 149 Norridge Walk Road reported that they had just been robbed. Police say suspects were identified and the suspect vehicle was located at 224 County Road in Waterville. Just before 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, a search warrant was served at that address, 224 County Road, and evidence of the robbery was recovered. 40-year-old Randy M. Boyven of Waterville and 32-year-old Bethany Hasten Munier, also of Waterville, were arrested and charged with robbery and theft. They were transported to the Somerset County Jail. Both are being held for violating probation. They're due in court August 10th, and police say further charges are expected, though they do not believe there is any danger to the public. A Maine game warden and his canine rescued an elderly woman Monday morning who they say had likely been lost in the woods for 2 nights. Game warden Jake Voter and canine Coda were called to the scene around 11:45 Sunday night. According to Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife spokesperson Mark Lottie, 77-year-old Mary Ford's neighbors had gone to her house to check on her on Sunday and found her missing with the back door open. Her pocketbook and phone were still at the house. Ford had last been seen on Friday. A Knox County Sheriff's deputy and his canine began the search, but were not able to pick up any sign of Ford. Warden Voter and Coda then began searching the woods behind Ford's house. Shortly thereafter, Coda was able to pick up a scent that led them to Ford at about 12:40 a.m. That was this morning. Now, Lottie says Ford was alert but severely dehydrated, and she told Voter that she'd fallen and was too weak to get up. She was transported to Lincoln Health Hospital in Damariscotta. The body of Justin Howard, who has been missing since March 28th of this year, has been found. According to the Clinton Police Department, the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office received a call of a possible body in the Sebasticook River between the Benton Bridge and the dam at about 1:15 Sunday afternoon. Police say the Maine Warden Service sent a boat to find a place that would allow them to guide the body to shore. And after the body was brought in, police were able to identify Howard by a tattoo on his right arm. The Maine Warden Service, Fairfield Rescue, Clinton Police, and Kennebec County Sheriff's Office all responded to that scene. An Anson woman was killed in a motorcycle crash Saturday afternoon. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, 32-year-old Annie Harris Rowe was traveling north on the River Road in Anson at about 1 p.m. when police say she crossed the center of the roadway, went across the oncoming lane, and hit the guardrail. Harris Rowe was ejected from her motorcycle. Police say she was taken to Reddington Fairview General Hospital in Skowhegan, where she was pronounced dead. Harris Rowe was the only one on the motorcycle and was not wearing a helmet. That, according to the sheriff's office. Police say her husband was on his motorcycle ahead of her, but did not see the crash happen. The cause still being investigated. An Augusta man has been indicted for arson after he allegedly set off fireworks intentionally inside his apartment. 44-year-old Gerald Stackpole was arrested last July. Other tenants in the Jefferson Street apartment house put out the fire with fire extinguishers and a garden hose. Stackpole was also indicted for domestic violence, criminal threatening, and endangering the welfare of a child. A new report released today takes a look at hate crime rates in the state of Maine. Our Emma Smith has the details.
The University of Southern Maine's Statistical Analysis Center has released a new report that looks at hate and bias crimes in Maine occurring between 2008 and 2017. The findings show a nearly 50% decrease in those crimes that were reported to the FBI. However, the lead author of the report says the numbers could be misleading because of how hate crimes are determined.
There's a lot that goes into it. Is the victims providing the full picture? Are law enforcement trained adequately on how to pick up on some of those details of bias that creep in?
A key finding of the report showed that less than 30% of these crimes reported to the FBI resulted in arrests. Brentlinger says it speaks to the challenges in investigating these types of crimes.
I think it highlighted a need for a more coherent data tracking system across the state. It's really challenging to have a good sense of whether or not it is a hate crime incident.
The report made several recommendations to address the shortcomings in the investigation process.
Make sure you're getting the full picture so then you can have that information and move forward to improve the system, creating a better tracking system so that we have a sense of was an arrest happening, what were the outcomes, and then also support for law enforcement.
Other recommendations included enhancing training for local law enforcement and also updating the annual Crime in Maine reports to include hate crime arrest information. A more detailed explanation of the report's recommendations can be found at justiceresearch.usm.maine.edu. In Bangor, I'm Emma Smith, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Gas prices are continuing to surge. They climbed more than 15 cents a gallon in the last week. That is according to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state. The average price is now $4.73 a gallon. That's almost 63 cents a gallon higher than a month ago and $1.75 a gallon higher than a year ago. Patrick Tahan, head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy, said, quote, "While the coast isn't clear yet and prices will be at their highest Memorial Day level ever, I'm hopeful that we could avoid a dreaded national average of $5 per gallon this year. Whether or not we're able to depends on Americans cutting demand in the face of sky-high prices." Well, there's certainly been plenty of nice weather making folks want to get out and go places. Whether those conditions continue, well, let's hit pause here and take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And okay, so today, temperature-wise, not bad. We had a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures back in the 60s. We'll take it. There are some 70s, though, in the 5-day forecast, along with some more rain showers on the way. It got a little windy today as well. That wind out of the north around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. We saw wind gusts near 30. This will begin to back off a bit tonight and be less or out of the west tomorrow, too. Less speed, around 5 miles per hour. All right, lots of clear skies out there now, but there are some clouds back off to our west. There are several systems there that are likely going to bring us some rainfall beginning on Thursday. We're dry tomorrow and Wednesday. Our forecast tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies to partly cloudy skies with low temperatures down in the upper 30s to mid 40s, a wide range across the area. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Maine Savings Amphitheater's summer concert season is just around the corner. And the baby formula shortage has turned into challenges for many parents across the U.S., including here in Maine. We'll take a look at how one local farm is offering an alternative. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come back.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision, but not you. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Protect your boat and enjoy summer made simple with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
It's lights, camera, action.
With the Name That Tune blockbuster season finale.
We're celebrating music from the movies.
I can name that tune in 3 notes. The theme from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That is correct!
Who will steal the show?
You could just win this whole thing.
Name That Tune season finale, Tuesday on Fox.
Put a little more cash in your bag. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable, available all-wheel drive SUVs, backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sorento.
Hi, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine. If you're looking to wake up on the bright side of things, Devin Biggs will have our full weather forecast. Plus, goat milk and baby formula. We'll have a story on that. And on top of it, concerts are coming back to Bangor this summer. There's plenty in store. We'll hear all about it. This, sports, and much more coming up.
Savings Amphitheater's summer concert season is heading our way, and our Brooke Riley gives us a look at how construction at the site is going.
There is officially 1 month to go until the first artists take the stage for Waterfront Concert's 13th season in Bangor.
Some of the biggest acts we've ever had in the history of the series, so we're very, very pleased with the overall lineup of 2022 here at the Maine Savings Amphitheater.
Gray says the venue is getting huge upgrades, including real restrooms, updated seats, and concession stands. There will also be a new box office and entrance, as well as raised elevations with better sight lines.
The big focus now is fan-facing and making sure that, we say thank you to the fans that have supported us for so many years here.
Gray says the venue will be ready from a concert standpoint by the first show, but some construction is expected to continue throughout the season.
Buildings as a whole, lawn bathrooms, lawn concessions, those structures will be turned over to us prior to the first show with Dierks Bentley. The two box setups on Main Street and Concourse, those are in progress, and the Premium Suites Club will come online shortly thereafter.
According to Gray, ticket sales have been strong so far.
It's absolutely great, especially for the businesses downtown that have been, hit so hard during COVID. We feel very good about what they're going to experience this summer.
Although exchanges in the venue are possible, he says the Main Savings Amphitheater will also be going cashless this summer.
The idea of going cashless obviously is less touch and transfer, ease of operation, speed, and people got really used to that during COVID.
Gray says this season will be their biggest one yet.
With what we're nearing in on, looks like to be a 20-show season for us. We still got a few more announcements to come. It's massive.
In Bangor, Brooke Riley, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The Bangor International Airport is purchasing 5 fuel servicing vehicles. According to Airport Director Tony Caruso, the airport was approved to buy 2 fuel tankers this year, but with additional funds coming into BIA, he asked City Council to approve 3 more vehicles. According to Caruso, he says the tankers are crucial for transmitting fuel into storage containers for the aircrafts there. Right now, he says the tankers they do have are out of date.
Fingers crossed that there aren't any shipping delays. But we're hopeful that we'll be able to see those new trucks at least being delivered within 6 to 8 months.
Caruso told the City Council they'll need to make a 20% down payment. Caruso says the remainder of the costs are figured into the airport's fiscal year 2023 budget. Faced with higher costs to house the homeless in hotels this summer, the state is rolling out new restrictions on a pandemic program. It means some people may no longer be eligible for emergency rental assistance, and hotels might no longer accept the federal funds. Mal Meyer explains.
It's been nice to stay here,
For about 1,700 people, emergency rental relief has paid for stability, as shelters were closed or full, and there's little affordable housing.
The rent is so sky high. I mean, just to get into a place, they want like $4,000 just to move in.
The state has spent more than $18 million in emergency rental assistance to pay for the homeless to stay in hotels. There's been no cap on how much could be charged per month.
We made sure that there wasn't any gouging going on, that there weren't any excess charges being made.
But some costs have caught the state's attention. With tourism season around the corner, Maine Housing says it's time for change.
We've had to make some tough decisions.
The state will be limiting how much hotels could get per night under the program based on a set government rate. It does fluctuate over time and varies in certain parts of Maine.
It sounds like there might be a difference between the government rate and what some of these hotels have been charging or plan to charge.
Yeah, that's correct.
That could help with some savings. Plus, people will only get to use these federal funds for 12 months instead of 18. The state is also reducing the income eligibility.
In some cases, people will exhaust their benefits a little bit earlier than they thought, or the hotels may not accept it. So there's a really painful decisions that we have to make to do what's right for the long term.
Some hotels are no longer accepting new guests using the funds ahead of tourism season and other reasons.
There's places that do this, but they're limited, and this is the busiest time of the year. It's not like there's any vacant places to go to.
There will be a bit of a grace period for those who have used the program for more than a year already. These changes will start on June 1st.
And that was Mal Meyer reporting. Well, switching gears now, brown-tailed moths are infesting Maine again, and the state now hopes a new map will help Mainers avoid them. The map is color-coded and shows where infestations are the worst based on data collected in the winter and early spring. Last year's outbreak was the worst the state has ever seen, and state entomologists say every part of Maine is vulnerable.
A lot of people sort of view brown-tail as a coastal issue, but it has not been a coastal issue for quite a few years now. So this current outbreak that we're in the middle of started in 2015. That was when we started seeing numbers increase, and it's been pretty severe the last 3 years especially.
The moths kill leaves on trees, and their hairs are harmful to humans if breathed in and can cause rashes. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the U.S. is said to be considering the use of special operations personnel to secure its embassy in Kyiv. And President Biden is seeking to calm concerns about recent cases of monkeypox, saying he does not see the need to institute quarantine measures. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Don't miss it. Buy anything at Jordan's. And if the Red Sox sweep the World Championship, it's all free. And you get up to 60 months no interest. It ends soon. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
You don't have to worry about gas prices with the new Kia from Van Sickle. Choose from the affordable 2022 Kia Forte EPA at 39 miles per gallon or the Kia Niro Hybrid EPA rated at 53 mpg. The new all-wheel drive Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid EPA rated at 79 mpge. Or check out the stunning all-new all-wheel drive 2023 Kia Sportage and get the peace of mind that comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Who doesn't love getting a little more? Get more when you play the Maine Lottery. For the month of May, enter any Tri-State Megabucks ticket of $6 or more into the Reward Me Club. You could win a $2,500 gift card for a staycation at one of 4 Maine resorts, plus $1,000 in spending money. Now that's more than you bargained for.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota VX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
Eleven Master Chefs have been crowned. Hundreds were left behind.
This season's all about second chances.
Now they're back to win.
This is terrible. I think the problem with this dish, it's good, but is it good enough? Your time starts now.
I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
I'm back because it's my time to win it.
That's award-winning stuff.
Master Chef Back to Win premieres this Wednesday on Fox.
Right now, come into Jordan's and buy as much or as little as you like. And if the Sox sweep the World Championship, it'll all be yours for free. And you still get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
While overseas, President Biden declared the fight against inflation in the U.S. is, quote, going to be a haul. Some economists echo that sentiment and fear a recession is looming. With the 2022 midterms just a few months away, voters are paying close attention to rising prices at the pump and the grocery store. Fox's Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
Stocks closed higher on Wall Street Monday after 7 straight weeks of decline. The rally came after President Biden said he may reduce tariffs against China and announced a new economic agreement with a dozen Indo-Pacific nations. The markets have been weighed down by high inflation worries. On Monday, the president spoke about how long it would be until Americans would get some relief from rising prices.
This is going to be a haul. This is going to take some time.
It's not just the markets focused on inflation, voters are too.
Inflation is overwhelmingly the #1 issue. Almost all Americans feel inflation. They see it in gasoline and particularly in food prices.
Investors are also focused on how the Federal Reserve is managing inflation, worried if the Fed raises interest rates too high, it could bring on a recession.
When inflation is greater than 4% and unemployment is under 4%, like we have today, recession always follows. So history is not on our side today, but it doesn't feel like we're going there yet.
Small businesses' expectations of the economy to improve over 6 months has never been lower in the history of the series going back to the 70s. So recession is inevitable.
The markets will also be watching economic updates from the Commerce Department this week, including data on personal income and spending. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the United States is reportedly considering the use of Special Forces personnel to secure its embassy in Kyiv. This comes as Russian troops continue their offensive in eastern Ukraine. Fox's Greg Palcott has more from the Ukrainian capital.
Russian forces bore down in hard-fought eastern Ukraine, trying to secure battlefield gains, as Ukrainian forces fought back, in part with U.S. and Western military aid. A U.S.-led online meeting of Ukraine's allies netted 20 new commitments of weaponry for its troops.
Everyone here understands the stakes of this war, and they stretch far beyond Europe.
Amid a report, the State Department is considering beefing up security at the recently reopened U.S. Embassy in Kyiv, including Marines and Special Forces. The Pentagon tamped it down.
Any reintroduction of U.S. forces into Ukraine would require a presidential decision. So we're a ways away from anything like that.
In Kyiv today, the 21-year-old Russian tank commander who pleaded guilty to killing a Ukrainian civilian, a war crime, was sentenced to life in prison. And in Geneva, a veteran Russian diplomat quit his job, citing what he described in a post as an intolerable and aggressive war unleashed by Vladimir Putin. As Ukrainian President Zelensky made a virtual plea to a Swiss business gathering for more sanctions.
Do not allow the aggressor to feel that the world's opposition is not decisive enough.
Trying to sit pretty amid signs the existing sanctions are now biting Putin with one of his remaining allies, Belarus President Lukashenko.
Despite all the difficulties, I would like to note that the Russian economy is withstanding the sanctions hit, and withstanding it quite well.
And one more line from that departing Russian diplomat. In his online post, he added, "I have never been so ashamed." No word yet from Moscow to these brave words. In Kyiv, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
The youngest Americans could get their COVID shots as soon as this summer. The FDA's vaccine advisors will meet in just a few weeks to review 2 different formulas. Fox's Molly Line has more.
COVID vaccine access could soon expand. The FDA has announced its vaccine advisors will meet June 14th and 15th to discuss Pfizer's and Moderna's shots for children as young as 6 months old. Today, Pfizer announced its 3-dose series was about 80% effective in this age group. For Moderna's 2 shots, efficacy is about 40 to 50%. For some parents, the vaccines are a long time coming.
It's been really hard to keep waiting and have dates in mind and then those pass, and then to see the rest of the world move on has been a really big challenge for many of us.
The meetings come as COVID cases rise once again. The American Academy of Pediatrics reported 93,000 new infections in children for the week that ended May 12th. That's about a 75% increase in 2 weeks. Despite the uptick in cases, it's not clear how high demand will be to give younger Americans the shots. CDC data shows just 30% of 5 to 11-year-olds have been fully vaccinated. Meanwhile, COVID continues to have an impact overseas. Chinese health officials are maintaining their zero COVID policy. In Beijing, people are bracing for a widespread lockdown after a record number of new cases over the weekend.
The pandemic is far from over. And even as we continue to fight it, we face the task of restoring essential health services.
The World Health Organization says 60% of the global population is vaccinated against COVID-19. In Boston, Molly Line, Fox News. Well, in other news tonight, monkeypox cases are rising across the globe, but U.S. officials are being cautious and do not expect a significant spread of the rare disease here at this time. Fox's Jeff Paul has the details from Los Angeles.
We're still in the early days of this outbreak, so there's a lot we're still learning.
Cases of monkeypox continue to climb across the globe. There have been 92 confirmed cases of the rare disease in 12 countries, and 28 potential cases are under investigation.
The transmission is really happening from close physical contact, skin-to-skin contact.
Officials from the World Health Organization expect cases to rise as contact tracing and disease surveillance expands in the coming days and weeks. Here in the U.S., monkeypox infections remain low. The first case was reported several days ago in a male patient who is currently in an isolation ward at a Massachusetts hospital. President Biden says everyone should be concerned, but stresses An outbreak is not likely at this time.
We've had this monkeypox in larger numbers in the past, number one. Number two, we have vaccines to take care of it.
Symptoms of the virus are similar to the flu and can include fever, chills, and rash-like bumps on the skin. Officials say monkeypox symptoms can last between 2 and 4 weeks in most people.
It's basically impossible for the monkeypox virus to cause a pandemic. It's not highly contagious. The transmission is inefficient, requires a very close contact for a prolonged period of time.
The CDC is asking all health providers to be on alert for patients who have symptoms that are consistent with monkeypox, regardless of travel history. In Los Angeles, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
Well, a U.S. appeals court struck down a Florida law that sought to ban social media platforms from removing content. A 3-judge panel ruling the law and it was unconstitutional and an infringement of free speech, a major victory for tech giants that have been accused of discriminating against conservative ideas. In an order issued on Monday, the court found the law to be a First Amendment violation, calling it an overreach for Republican Governor Ron DeSantis to tell social media companies how to conduct their work. Well, a member of a popular country band announced via social media that he has been diagnosed with ALS. John Driscoll Hopkins, a member of the Zac Brown Band, says he has been diagnosed with the illness, better known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Hopkins made the announcement alongside his bandmates in a YouTube short video. Hopkins says the band will continue performing as long as he can. ALS is a progressive, degenerative nerve and cell disease in the brain and spinal cord. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a look at a local family business keeping the pastime of bowling alive and well in Bangor. And in sports, Mansfield Stadium is set to celebrate 30 years. Hear what you can expect for the June 1st ceremony. We'll be right back.
LEGO Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds. Go!
LEGO Masters premieres May 31st on Fox.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Right now, get a small slushie for only $2. Enjoy flavors like the new tropical mango or strawberry watermelon. Or you can get any size soft drink for just $1. Only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
Quit Fox. It's time to sing along.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. All
summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Big wow. That big wow.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
nationwide baby formula shortage has created serious challenges for many parents across the country, including here in Maine. And as Sierra Jordan reports, one local farm in Detroit is offering goat milk as an alternative to baby formula.
I just don't want moms to have to be in so much distress trying to feed their babies.
46 goats on the Crooked Wall Farm in Detroit gets pumped twice a day at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Erica Pierce and her husband started Crooked Wall Farm 3 years ago in hopes of selling goat milk and cheese to the community through a town food sovereignty ordinance. This allows them to sell the product on their farm.
We consume the heat-treated goat milk, and all of the soft cheeses that we produce here at Crooked Wall Farm are made from heat-treated milk as well.
According to Data Assembly, 40% of baby formulas are out of stock in stores nationwide. When Pierce saw there was a shortage, she made a post on Facebook to help those struggling to feed their infants.
It is potentially an option for folks utilizing heat-treated goat milk to feed human infants is appropriate, as long as the infant is also supplemented with a polyvisol.
However, some doctors disagree. Medical professionals say goat milk can do more harm than good.
Goat milk is something that is considered healthy, but not for infants less than a year of age. It's much higher in protein, and there's some other nutrients that are higher than a baby is used to handling, so it's not recommended as a substitute for baby formula.
Dr. Hagler says there are significant health risks when it comes to babies under 6 months drinking goat's milk.
Hydration for the baby, and not containing enough of a vitamin called folate, which is something that's important for production of red blood cells.
Dr. Hagler says cow's milk can only be used if a baby is 6 months of age or older. She says before considering any alternative for baby formula, parents should make sure to check in with their pediatrician for other recommendations. In studio, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Moe's Original Barbecue in Bangor is hosting a fundraiser to assist low-income older adults with their pets. Development manager of the Eastern Area Agency on Aging, Dan Fry, says 10% of the proceeds collected at the restaurant throughout the day Tuesday will be donated to the Furry Friends Food Bank. According to Fry, the Furry Friends Food Bank helps more than 400 older adults in Piscataquis, Hancock, Washington, and Penobscot counties with supplemental pet food.
We all know that pets are very important to people and very much a part of the family, and that helps keep those pets in the homes of older adults.
Fry says pet food items can be dropped off in the collection box at Moe's. He says they are mostly in need of wet cat and dog food and cat litter. If you can't attend tomorrow's fundraiser in person, Fry says you can make a donation online at eaaa.org. And the link to that, of course, is on our website, foxbangor.com. Well, coming up, Jeff Weller is back with our full 5-day. Stay with us.
High temperatures back in the 60s today. We're going to work on that, though. 70s are back in the 5-day forecast, along with some more rain, locally heavy rain. Those details when I come back.
Visit Maine's largest Chevy dealer, Quirk Chevrolet. Customize your ride by special ordering your Silverado or SUV at any of our 3 dealerships or online. It's your Chevy. Make it your own at Quirk Chevrolet.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Some things just go together, like Saturday mornings and cartoons, sunshine and roses. And Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet. Great by themselves, but built to work together so you get crazy fast speeds and even more advanced security. So you get fast speeds when you're out and faster, more secure connections at home. Because they're made to go together, like socks and sandals.
My dad wears those.
Sounds like a cool dude.
He's not.
For fast speed and more security, get Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet together. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
Nobody should have to go through a 5-hour drive every single day to have radiation.
Sarah's house provides them a home away from home, a place where they can come and receive treatment and support while they move through their cancer journey. There are 9 bedrooms for guests on 2 floors. They have laundry facilities. Everyone has their own cupboard for dry storage, refrigerator space. The great room is really the heart of the home. It's like the kitchen living space. This is where people come together. They share meals, they share stories, and they support one another.
It's your Hyundai. Find it at Quirk.
This is your moment.
We just might shut this thing.
Premier Boxing Champions on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. And all right, so for us, much cooler today, right? Less humid. It was cooler. The dogs loved it outside today with temperatures basically in the 60s. Tomorrow, same story, followed by warmer temperatures getting in here toward the end of the week. Out there today, though, look at this. 67 here in Bangor, a bit cooler right along the shore. But again, you get the idea. A very comfortable day with that sunshine. The late May sunshine has some energy to it. It did feel like a nice day, right? But we're going to change that. For tonight, we're going to have low temperatures for a few of us, getting into the upper 30s far north and west of the Bangor area, and then recovering nicely tomorrow. We'll have high temperatures back in the 60s, even a couple low 70s across our region tomorrow. But for now, this is a frost advisory. It is the growing season. Again, this is up in the Millinocket area, north and west of the Bangor area, where we could see low temperatures tonight down in the mid-30s for these regions. Thus, the frost advisory. If you have a plant or a sensitive one in these areas, bring them inside tonight. They will not like the really cold temperatures this evening. The wind out there now is going to begin to die down. So we've had wind gusts today near 25 or 30 miles per hour. Not the same story for us tomorrow. It'll switch more out of the west tomorrow, around 10 to 15, but not be as gusty as it was today. It's doing a couple things, though, right? Kicking that pollen up in the air. Tree pollen is still off the charts currently for our region. Grass pollen is not too far behind. Weed and mold are just fine, and we can keep it that way for now, right? Looking outside today, lots of clear skies. It was a beautiful day across our region. A bit breezy, as you know. There is some stuff to the west of us, though. There are several systems over here. That's going to begin to bring us some rainfall, not tomorrow, not Wednesday, more so on Thursday into Friday. And it could be a pretty soaking rainfall getting in here late Thursday into parts of Friday morning. We're in a very active pattern, so this system here is going to miss us to the south. This system here will take its time getting to our region. A piece of that will break off on Friday and bring us some rain showers. And there's more back behind that. So again, it's spring. We are used to rain around here, of course. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and low temperatures kind of all over the place, from the mid-30s well north and west of the Bangor area to around mid-40s downtown under partly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, look like a pretty nice day, right? Let's see, lots of sunshine tomorrow. Highs reaching for 70, probably stopping just short with a southeast breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Varney Chevrolet shows tomorrow up near 70. Same story for Wednesday. A bit cooler on Thursday with those rain showers around. Friday back near 70. And then look, there's the weekend with temperatures back in the low to mid 70s. Beth?
All righty, Jeff. Thanks so much. Well, sports is coming up next. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision, but not you. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Protect your boat with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company. With premium lift options and flexible configurations, there's a Shoremaster that's right for you. And their exclusive Whisper winch offers quiet operation. Shoremaster lifts are easy to install, but if you need it, Hammond can arrange professional installation. And delivery is available from any of Hammond's 21 locations statewide. Get back on the water quickly and easily and enjoy summer made simple with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
Said I don't want to talk about it. Great, what are you doing?
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The sensible brother.
What would you do if you found the top half of a bikini?
Smell it. The Showstoppers. The Cooks.
Give me a seasoning a chef might name his daughter.
Nutmeg.
Don't do that to your baby.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable, available all-wheel drive SUVs, backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sorento.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and the Heat is underway as we speak. Right now, C's looking to bounce back after really a lousy Game 3 performance. No Marcus Smart or Tyler Hero in this one. Here's what we got here. Jason Tatum looking for redemption. Jimmy Butler back in the lineup for the Heat as well. Celtics out to an early 14-1 lead, and it started with defense here. Peyton Pritchard with the steal. Ahead to Derek White. Throws it up for Tatum for the slam. Then in the second, Tatum going baseline here. Nice reverse finish. Makes it a 20-point Celtics lead. Then later in the quarter, Jaylen Brown making an impact. What a statement for Boston. They currently lead it by roughly 20 points with 7 minutes left in the game. So assuming they're able to hold on, that'll even the series up at 2 with Game 5 set for Wednesday at 8:30 from Miami. Now we'll switch gears to some baseball. Now, generations of ball players have grown up inside the lines of Bangor's Mansfield Stadium, experiencing the atmosphere and history of the ballpark that turns 30 years old next month. The so-called Field of Screams will celebrate 30 years next week during Bangor's senior night game versus Brewer. The celebration is scheduled for June 1st, where those who've played, worked, and just experienced the stadium through the years will share their memories of the historic ballpark.
We've reached out to some people that played here at a pretty prominent and have made it beyond this field at a pretty prominent level. So, some favorite memories and some trivia. We'll probably have some trivia during the game where fans can interact and maybe have some prizes offered to people that respond first on the trivia questions.
I got to brush up on my trivia. Utterback was throwing out a lot of names that I probably should know, so I'll do my research before then. Over its history, though, Mansfield has been home to countless championship games, be it high school or senior, little league. Even guys, look at that. Xander Bogaerts laced up the cleats inside a field that has made thousands of kids feel like big leaguers.
This is the field that for 30 years that kids have dreamt about playing on, whether it's in a senior little league game or alternative baseball game or MPA championship game or senior little league World Series. This has been the field that the kids circle on the date that they circle on the calendar to go to Mansfield Stadium and play under the lights in front of a big crowd where the fans are right on top of you, and that's why it's important to celebrate 30 years.
So again, that ceremony set for June 1st at 7 p.m. roughly, probably closer to 6:30 before first pitch of the game. Now, that opened in 1992. 3 years prior to that, so 33 years ago, was when Mike Carrier started steering the ship for Bucksport softball. And on Monday, he had a chance to capture a milestone few coaches are able to reach. 499 wins for Carrier, facing Dexter for number 500. First inning here, Ella Hosford in the circle, working her magic per usual. Gets the K to end the inning. Bottom of the second now, Bucks threatening here. Hannah Dean with the wild pitch. That gets to the backstop. Faith Vincent slides into home to make it a 1-0 Bucks lead. And then in the third, it's Vincent at the plate here. Ball finds a hole into center field. Lily Chevelli comes around to score. Bucksport would break it open in the inning. They go on to win it 10-0 in 5. An emphatic number 500 for Mike Carrier.
It's a testament to all the people around me that have just worked really hard. My junior high coaches, my JV coaches, my youth league coaches, summer coaches. I just get the benefit of it all.
So congratulations to Coach Carey, and we'll have more from him and the rest of the team on Tuesday. But for now, it's time to talk some tennis, because Monday was the final round of the MPA Singles Championships down at Bates College in Lewiston. For the girls, top-seeded Lydia Gomez of MCI taking on second-seeded Coco Meiserv of Brunswick. First set, Coco down 3-2. Nice serve here for the game-tying shot. The matchup at 3-3. Still in the first set, Gomez with a tough forehand here forces the error to take the set 6-4. We go to the second set now. Meiserv with a killer backhand here. After the serve, she's able to set up that shot. A little bit of an inside-out action there to stay alive. But Gomez, the exchange student from Spain, would hang on for a hard-fought 6-4, 6-3 straight sets win. Afterwards, she told us it was not easy.
The final was the most hard that I ever had here in Maine. So it was fun. My opponent, she was really good and really smart.
So congratulations to Lydia. Now to some other scores from around the state. First, back to softball. MDI gets the better of Old Town in extra innings. Lexi Tozier with the walk-off double to win 3-2. Elsewhere, Mattinacook continues to dominate 16-6 over Orono. And for baseball, how about Central's Hayden Strout throws a no-hitter, 15 strikeouts, and he hit a home run, that according to Eastern Maine Sports, as the Red Devils win it 5-0 over GSA. And down in Topsom, Brewer fell to Mount Ararat 4-2 in Class A action. All right, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Shop Jordan's Furniture now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com.
Q106.5 is Maine's #1 for new country. The biggest country stars with their biggest songs. And more fun with Scott Miller and Cindy Campbell on the Q106.5 Morning Show. Download the Q106.5 app and listen at work. Q106.5.
Life. It's changed. It's not business as usual. Healthy air quality, safe environments, and properly working equipment are more critical than ever. Our goal has always been the comfort, safety, and security of building occupants for all types of organizations and facilities. We're all in this together. And at Mechanical Services and Main Controls, we're here to help keep your buildings safe.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick parks itself. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yep.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Pay no interest on Buick SUV models.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Q106.5 is Maine's #1 for new country. The biggest country stars with their biggest songs. And more fun with Scott Miller and Cindy Campbell on the Q106.5 Morning Show. Download the Q106.5 app and listen at work. Q106.5.
It's lights, camera, action.
With the Name That Tune blockbuster season finale. Who will steal the show?
You can win this whole thing.
Name That Tune season finale, Tuesday on Fox.
Could global warming be cooling down your sleep? A new study suggests yes. Scientists from a university in Denmark say rising temperatures worldwide are causing people to lose roughly 2 weeks of sleep each year. Analysts studied more than 47,000 people with wristbands to track their sleep and compared against climate data. The study says the elderly were 2 times more affected than middle-aged folks. Lower-income people and women also made the list of those most impacted. And finally tonight, it was the last of its kind in New York City. Monday morning, the city removed its only remaining public payphone. It was located on 7th Avenue and 50th Street in Midtown Manhattan. And as recently as 2014, there were still more than 6,000 public payphones across NYC's 5 boroughs. The city began replacing them with Wi-Fi hotspots in 2015. Link NYC, which operates those hotspots, also provides other services, including device charging and free phone calls within the U.S. There are still some payphones in public places in NYC, but they are privately operated. While not everyone is cut out to work with family, however, the Miucci family has found the perfect balance of work and play. They own family fun bowling lanes in Bangor, where Andy and his daughter Angelina work side by side, keeping a favorite pastime rolling into the future.
It's been really a blessing to be here already, to be able to continue to spend time with him and, help with the business.
69-year-old Andy Miucci and his daughter, 33-year-old Angelina Miucci, have a ball at work. The two operate Family Fun Bowling Center on Hilder Street in Bangor. The Miuccis purchased this business back in 1967 when Andy was just a teenager.
It got passed down to me through the family. A lot of my friends that families have owned businesses. They've come and they've gone. We'd like to believe we can hang in there.
Over the years, this father-daughter team has seen bowling evolve from pencil and paper scorekeeping to electronic scorekeeping. The pair has also witnessed the technique of bowling change from a conventional one-handed grip on the ball to a thumbless grip, even the most recent trend of a two-handed thumbless bowling toss. One thing that's remained the same, though, is the commitment of all the bowling leagues.
Like the seniors, I have known them since I was a baby, and they're like adoptive grandparents to me.
Seniors like Glennis McSorley.
Good exercise, good people that you meet, fun.
McSorley bowls so often, the Miuccis hired the 93-year-old as their bookkeeper.
Oh, I write his checks for him. He signs them, of course. I just help him.
Keeping Mainers active while simultaneously helping the business roll into the future is a win-win for the Miucci family.
It's a community that is not just customers, it's family.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at Fox 22 News, we hope you have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow at 10. Good night, everybody.
I pledge allegiance.
One of NASCAR's crown jewel races.